Hello everyone and welcome back to Mortal Kombat 11. Last episode we did the first two stages of Rambo's character towers and now we'll begin stage 3. If I have enough time after these towers are done, I will do stage 4. So, let Rambo's warpath resume.
Mr. Survival Knife.
Guerrilla tactics will be useless here.
I can handle a straight-up fight.
We will soon find out.
Round 1. Fight! Round 2. Fight! Finisher! Rambo wins.
Brings you to the realms.
I'll never talk.
All met.
Round 1. Fight!
Nothing is over.
Round 2. Fight. Rambo wins.
A most impressive specimen.
There's nothing here for you.
Then farewell, my lovely.
Round 1. Fight.
I won't quit.
Round 2. Fight. Finisher. Fatality. Rambo wins. Rambo.
You do not profit from your skills.
I'm a soldier, not a mercenary.
You are a fool.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2, fight! Finish him. Rambo wins.
Without war, you and I would be nothing.
Being nothing sounds pretty good right now.
Apparently, it's also killed your ambition.
Round 1, fight!
Don't make me finish this.
Round 2, fight! Finish him. Rambo wins.
You are Special Forces?
On my Earth, not this one.
Which Earth is that?
Round 1, fight! him. Rambo wins.
You look like a warrior.
I have scars inside and out.
Soon you will have more.
Round 1. Fight! Round 2. Fight! Rambo wins.
Alright, on to stage 3 we go.
Do not piss this guy off.
Yeah, it's like, compared to Rain, Rambo's actually pretty gnarly. I like him. I never got to mention that. It's gonna be interesting how I'm gonna get... Well, I know I'm gonna get flawless victories with him. I mean, it's been done before. So long as I do that exact method, I'll be fine.
Join my Nighthawks.
No way in hell am I fighting for you.
You fight.
Round 1. Fight.
Gotcha, bitch.
Round 2.
Alright, let's see now. Yeah.
Chronica offers peace.
In exchange for what? Blind.
Round 1. Fight.
Check out my Rambo unlock clothing knife arrows.
Round 2.
Intriguing.
Fight.
You drew first blood, not me.
Rambo wins.
Can you prove your identity?
I can, but I won't.
Combat will resolve this.
Round 1. Fight!
That's the ultimate, like... Well, that's the ultimate response to a question like that. Do you know who you are? I can tell you, but I won't.
Nothing is over.
Round 2. Fight.
And spears to the face.
Finish him. Rambo wins.
Nice. Alright. I think we're halfway through this character tower, or this stage anyway, so... Yes, here we go. If it isn't the queen bitch herself, the butchered character every Mortal Kombat fan hates the fact that became a thing now. I think I've vented enough about how much I hated that change and how it really does not do her character justice. Just makes her an irredeemable cunt, and no one likes an irredeemable cunt.
Well, well. What's your price to tango?
I fight for country, not cash.
Oh, adorably quaint.
Round 1.
Well, and she's also a gold digger. She's a gold digger. She's a titled bitch. She's a fucking egomaniacal complex. She's a total horn dog at times, it seems like. The original Sindel was actually a hero, god damn it, and they fucking ruined that. I mean, it makes sense as a revenant, I guess, because she's evil. But when she comes back to life, and then they free her from Quan Chi's spell, quote unquote. Essentially, she's supposed to be returned to her more natural, heroic self. But then, of course, the game pulls a twist, saying, "Oh, maybe Shang Tsung put a heck." Like, "Oh, she was evil all along." Like, no, she's not. You're an idiot if you think that's fucking what happened. Really ruined the mystique of her redemption arc. Like, she literally had an arc about being the villain, a hero turned a villain, and then finding, once free from her curse, she basically sought redemption. And she does get redemption at the end of Mortal Kombat Deception. She makes up for all the, pain she's caused Kitana because of her metamorphosis into a villain when Quan Chi revived her and turned her essentially into a villain. And, yeah, it's so dumb what they did to her in 11. It's really out of character for her to be treated this way, but it's whatever. I'm very, when it comes to Mortal Kombat lore, I like consistency, and when it came to this game's campaign, you can bet your ass there's a lot of inconsistencies that pop up here and there that I don't approve of or agree with because of how unnecessarily dumb they sound.
You have fought in many battles.
So many I've lost count.
Round 1. Fight.
Gotcha, bitch.
Get up, maggot.
Round 2. Fight!
Son of a bitch.
You will suffer.
God damn it. Okay, here we go.
Final round. Fight.
Gotcha, bitch.
Rambo wins.
Alright. Almost halfway done. Unfortunately, I think I only have enough time for one episode of Mortal Kombat 11 today, obviously. Because I have shit to do, unfortunately, today that is very important. Such as paying my cell phone bill. Which, thankfully, I remember the date this time, and I didn't fucking forget. That way I wouldn't have any problems. Then again, I don't have credit, as far as I understand. So I think I'm good on that front for now. So as long as I keep doing the up-to-date payments, I'll be good as can be, and then I won't be pissed off by dumb tax problems or whatever the fuck comes with credit. I don't care at this rate. Money has never been a thing for me because I always thought it was so fucking stupid at times. Because everything is dependent. Like, everything is codependent on the dollar. And it just frustrates me at times how any problem in this world needs to have money, like, as a solution. Especially when it comes to the poverty crap. Well, again, I'm doing that thing again where I talk about politics. I gotta shut up. Because I hate politics. I do. I genuinely hate them. Anyway, yes. But anyway, yes, yeah, I only have enough time for one, so tomorrow may be a two-parter, if I play my cards correctly. Yeah, if I play my cards right, yes. Tomorrow may be a two-part, another two-parter episode, like I do with Rain. And when I do that, of course, I'll then be able to move on to the final character, Baylina. Or I'm sorry, Melina, but I like to call her Baylina because, let's be honest, everyone loves her as a character. I mean, she's been a fan favorite for fucking years. So it's obvious that they were going to bring her back at some point. And mind you, she's been in the, like, in this trilogy. Well, she's not in the storyline. She's in the first, when it comes to the storyline, she has a big, somewhat role to play in 10, but then dies. She basically comes in 9 as, like, a reintroduction.
You are much like Jackson.
And then this one, she's just a DLC character, which I don't mind, but hey, at least they kept it consistent, because let's be honest, like, one thing I will say is at least they tried keeping the fucking roster consistent, despite the fact that Fujin was in 10, but he was not playable. And he also didn't have any actual gameplay. He didn't have gameplay, he had a model in the cutscenes of this campaign of 10, but he did not have any movesets or anything. Then again, data mining I don't think was a thing back then. Except when it came to 11, yeah, that game was data mined so hard on the Switch. Hence why certain characters were revealed in the combat pack way earlier than expected, and some of them had to do the old bait and switch. But then again, most people forgot about it, because, like, unless you really, like, dig deep. Oh. Oh, shit. He walked right into that.
Live for nothing, or die for something.
Rambo wins.
He literally pulled me in to do that. Damn, that's fucking stupid of him. I'm sorry, Fujin. Yeah.
Forget about trouble.
Round 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna also go on a small little rant right now about the Spawn movie by Todd McFarlane. Apparently he's rewriting the script again, and apparently, like, he wants to do something different. I'm like, just use the source material, god damn it. Like, you want this shit to be done, to be made, fucking just stick to the source material. Like, I get the whole concept of wanting to do it, make a Spawn horror, more like a Jaws-style horror film, but at the same time, that's not what people want to see in a Spawn film at the same time. I mean, the idea is interesting, but you can't call it a Spawn film. It's Spawn basically an unseen, like, where you barely see him until, like, what, the very end, and even then it's like, he's the villain. Like, that to me just makes it seem like you barely understand what like mind you, he wants to make it a horror film, but Spawn's more of like a fucking action horror style comic. It's like literally an action, like an anti-hero comic book. Like, yeah, it has elements of horror, but it's not completely horror. Like, it's not a complete horror series. Like, it's all about the action and the badassery, granted, of Spawn as a character. Yeah, Spawn as a character, essentially, yes, he's essentially a soldier come back from the grave who's literally as badass as it comes with his abilities.
Rambo wins.
It's like literally the whole series is about literally him trying to, you know, like more or less about him not only trying to ensure that he doesn't like become the bottom bitch of Malbolgia forever, and also him trying to essentially find a way out of his life as a Hellspawn to try and get his wife Wanda back and stuff like that. It's essentially his story, and all the characters that are in the world revolve around his around him as a character and around his world. That's it. And the fact of the matter is, it's like, I might as well just make the Spawn movie myself. I'm that fucking, like, annoyed that he said the script's been done for a while.
I have found you again.
Yeah, it's like the script's been done for a while, and he's still not, you know, like Blumhouse apparently says, oh, but it's like the amount you're making is not ready yet, and it's like, well, this is what you get for like partnering with Blumhouse, man. These guys make horror movies for cheap. Not to mention, because of COVID now, you can't make it. So literally, there's the issue also. Well, it's like you can technically film it, but it has to be, it has to fit the guidelines of like to prevent the pandemic from continuing and shit like that. My issue is, if you're gonna make a Spawn movie, just remake the goddamn original film from the 90s. Actually make it actually keep it as close to the source material as possible. Actually make the dialogue modern, but still keeps like workable to where, yeah, everybody knows that's a Spawn. That's Spawn, all right. It feels like Spawn, sounds like Spawn. It literally is the Spawn movie. Like, and you could get Michael Jai White to reprise the role, considering I'm sure, like I think his role, his portrayal of Al Simmons was pitch goddamn perfect. And I feel that, yes, if he was given a second chance, I think he could do it again. Yes, I mean, the motherfucker can still do his fair share of stunts. He really can. Yeah, it's like he can really, like, he can still kick ass, and I really think that, yes, he can pull it off no problem. And if you manage it with modern, like, prosthetics and costuming, we could easily make the suit a lot less pain. I'm sure a lot less, like, a pain in the ass to wear, because he literally wore a rubber suit with, like, like Freddy Krueger style, scorch, like, burned flesh makeup.
You have a ninja stealth.
Round one. Fight.
I think the thing about it is also the fact that, and I think also the problem with the 97 Spawn film is the tone doesn't match the visuals at times. And the visuals are a sin in and of themselves, because the visuals of the Spawn film are so amateur, you'd have sworn these were made by interns or first-timers, which apparently was the case. Because apparently the first-time visual art directors and stuff like that. Like, the CG's very much made from inexperienced people. And yeah, it's like the CG in that film is just god awful. Even from back then, it was awful looking. And my thing about that movie is also the soundtrack does feel very like movie soundtrack-esque, where it's not many original, like, I mean, there's not that much original like scores, but I'm sorry. Sorry, I accidentally unplugged my mic for a second. Yes, there's not that much in terms of original music composition. I mean, there are some original scores in the film that do play, but sometimes they occasionally put the occasional hit song of the time in there, like songs like from Marilyn Manson and other like individuals. I don't know. It's a mess. I won't sugarcoat it.
You're a dangerous man.
Only when people push me.
Oh, as you wish.
Round 1. Fight!
Don't push it.
Yeah, if I ever got the chance to make a Spawn movie, and I will do it someday, I'm gonna do it the way it should have been, and I'm basically, essentially going to remake the 97 adaptation, and actually stick closer to the source material, where all the characters that are introduced in the actual comic are introduced, and if I can't make it a movie, I'll make it a mini-series, at least with I'll make it like I'll make it like an actual, like, series, like TV, like, series, along the lines of Game of Thrones or The Witcher, but at least, but when it comes to, but I won't do it the Witcher Season 1 did, where it tries to tie together a novel of short, like a collection of short stories that are all themed around Geralt's adventures, before Blood of Elves, which is an actual proper novel. It's like, they try to splice some stories here and there between Blood of Elves and with Yennefer's backstory, combining with all of Geralt's stuff. It becomes a mess at times. A very confusing, unbelievably, like, trust me, if you're a casual, like, even if for a casual viewer of The Witcher, you will be confused. And I will admit that really is annoying to think about for The Witcher of all series. Having that for the first season. I mean, granted, the season is still good in its own ways, but the structure of it, to me, just upsets me, because the way that the short stories are ordered in The Last Wish, there's a specific order in which the episodes should have been in, but for whatever reason weren't in the specific order as was presented in the other stories. It just feels very... Well, I mean, some stories I do feel make sense when you meet, like when he meets Jaskier for the first time.
Men like...
You know, Jaskier, or Dandelion, as he's referred to in the West, which I seriously think is dumb. If you can call Geralt, if Geralt can keep his name along with Triss and Yennefer, why is it that that Jaskier doesn't keep his name? It's not that hard to say, Jaskier. Like, to me, that just never felt natural. Or Mousak. And how
do you believe?
Or yeah, Mousak. You know, he was called Mousak in the series. I think they just said it strangely. They called him Malsak, I think. And he's from Skellige, not Sintra. Oh yeah, and you don't meet Ciri in the Last Wish yet. Yeah, when it comes to the Last Wish... damn it, what's wrong with my fucking... damn it. Okay, something is a little off my controller right now. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure it's me just misclicking buttons or not pressing them hard enough, because my brain's doing the thing where where doing two things at once is starting to take its show where the more I talk and the less I think, the harder it is for me to focus. But yeah, long story short, if I had the opportunity to make a proper Spawn film, I'd fucking do it, and I'd stick closer to the source material. But I'd rewrite it to where it fits more modern standards in terms of vernacular. But I might do it more it would fit more as a miniseries than I think it would fit in and as anything else, really. That's my real take from it, anyway. Alright, so now we got some more goodies. Alright, let's see what the requirements... Okay, if I remember correctly, the requirements were... for the 4th stage. Oh look, it's called, wait. Oh, it is called First Blood, okay. What's this one? Okay, let's see. Requirements would be, oh yeah, 50 fatal blows, that's easy. Okay, yeah, this was the one with the 3 flawless rounds I can do, no problem. Total wins, I can do that, and the crushing blows. Yes, I can do all of these easily. This one being the more tougher, the toughest, but the simplest for me to do. And I always go for towers that have at least 3 fighters in one tower, like in one small easy tower, and then I always make sure that the flawless rounds always occur in specifically those 3. Without any of the, even if there's none of those perks and whatnot, like none of the abilities on the sides and whatnot, that will help hinder that, but yes. Yes. That's gonna be a good, it'll be a fun time, but of course I will do that off screen, probably today, and if not today, then mostly tomorrow. And then that might end up being a 1-part, like it won't be probably a 2-part, like a double upload thing, again, which I hate, but it happens. Because time management's a piece of shit and I hate it. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this particular part. And yes, we're almost done with Rambo's stuff. But once we're done with Rambo, we can move on to the final character who's going to be so special for me to play as, because it's been ages since I played as Melina. She's my favorite. She's like hands down in my top 5 my top 5 favorite characters to use in Mortal Kombat. Melina, but yeah. She'll, like, that's why I'm saving the best for last, and I'm also doing it in the order with which the trailers for the gameplay reveals for each of the characters was released. First, it would start off with Rain, then Rambo, then wrapping it up with Melina. It makes sense to me in that front. Anyway, yes. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.